we're just doing a little walkthrough for changing the rear diff fluid on my 2017 Tacoma TRD Sport. And this is a 6-speed manual. We recently changed the oil on this. Well, we changed the rear diff fluid on this at 3,000 kilometers just to add some Lucas Oil anti-squawk, anti-shutter fluid. And I changed the oil at the same time, and it was really polluted with metal debris inside of it, like not chunks that you can see, but it was very much powdered, and when you ran your finger through the oil, you could see the metal shavings kind of follow the streak. So I'm at 52,000 kilometers now, and I'm going to do the front diff, rear diff, and manual transmission fluid here at the same time. So there's just a little walkthrough. I'm using an impact electric or battery powered impact 24 mil socket. First off, make sure you can get the fill hole open, so we'll just get that off here. Alright, so the bolt hollow, and there's a cross washer there. Should likely replace it. Just because I haven't done my prep work for that, I'm not going to. And then we have our drain. This under here, we just need to loosen it, or take it off completely and make a mess. So I can tell you right away now, that fluid looks way better. And we'll see what it kind of looks like in the pan there. The factory fluid after 3,000 clicks was really dirty. So get this plugged in here. So if this were engine oil, I'd say the engine oil was in very good condition just by its golden color still. It doesn't look very full of anything. Let's see if we can get a close-up look of the debris on this. So there's a little bit on there. Let's see what I've pulled off there. But there was tons more than this at even 3,000 kilometers, so like almost 50,000 kilometers ago. Yeah, we'll clean that off and we'll let that drain out, and I might even get my fluid extractor in here to see if I can suck out any of the fluid that's sitting in the bottom here that we can't get at. Once again, because of my lack of prep work, I do not have new crush washers for this. I don't have any in stock in my shop right now, and I didn't think to get any before, so I strongly urge you to replace a crush washer. Just do your prep work and order one in. So this drain plug here, it does have a magnet in it, and metal shavings do get caught in around there. You can take a little pick to scrape those out, and then I usually will just use some brake cleaner to spray that out and make sure that's as clean as I can get it. Alright, let's give her a go. Still a fair amount left in the bottom here, and if you have a fluid extractor you can do this, otherwise you can just disregard it, but I like to do what I can for this. Still a steady stream. That's lots coming out of there, my goodness. Do this as well during an oil change. I'll stick this hose down the dipstick hole. There we go, you can hear it pulling air now. We'll move around, see if we can find some more, which we did. It's perfect. Thank you. Okay, so the drain plug is cleaned. Looks pretty well like new. Thread that back in there. Torque wrench is set to 36 foot-pounds. Okay, done. Alright, so if you look in your manual in the back under the index and specifications, you will find differential capacities depending on your model. And for mine, manual transmission, 4-wheel drive, the V6, it's 4 quarts. It's easy. Bottles of quart, put 4 of those in. I'm using Redline synthetic 75 W85 as specified by the manual, GL5. It's what was in here before. It held up really well. The previous 50,000, so I think it'll do well for the rest. So what I've used manual transfer pumps where you put one hose in here, pump it, it pulls it through the pump, and then there's another hose on the other side. I think a lot of material maybe gets wasted that way. It's kind of cumbersome to use. I have used kind of a top that has a bit of a funnel spout like you'd see on the end of a caulking gun or on the end of a tube of caulking, and attached a hose to that and just held it upside down and squeezed it in. That's also kind of cumbersome. Last time around I just took like a large bottle shampoo pump, and it does take us almost down to the bottom with this, which is nice, which help us get most of what's in there. And I've just attached a piece of clear hose with the clamp on the end, and I just slide that in. It sits on the ground, and all you do is kind of control the one hose here. Control this end. Stick it in there and pump away. Now, you can see oil's going in. Of course, the shampoo pump, I thoroughly cleaned it out before I used it. So we're done filling. We put in our 4 quarts. Sometimes the thing to do is keep putting fluid in until you see it start to dribble out of here. At 4 quarts it doesn't dribble out of there, but the factory service manual says that the bottom of the threads here, I really apologize, there's not much light here, the bottom of the threads here from the inside, anywhere from there to 5 millimeters down is the range of fluid level that you need to have. And if you stick your finger in there, just reach down ever so slightly, there's definitely fluid there. So we're good. We're within that acceptable range. So we'll torque down the top of the fill hole plug. I believe it's also 36 foot-pounds of torque. I'll verify that in a moment. Get back. Okay, so it is 36 foot-pounds of torque. 36 foot-pounds. Sorry, I keep saying torque. I guess it kind of could be true too. So your drain plug and your fill plug are torqued down to the same setting. So. And there we go. Okay, rear diff done. We're going to spin the truck around and we will work on the front diff and the manual transmission next. Manual transmission fluid.